Yo, what's up? It's me, DMC, and the place to be. And the only place for you to ever be is right here watching Loudwire. None higher.
Hey everyone, Graham from Loudwire here, and it's Wikipedia Fact or Fiction time with the legendary Darryl McDaniels,
Good to be in the place to be.
D.M.C. Thank you so much for coming, man. I so appreciate your time.
Yes.
I went through your Wikipedia, Run-D.M.C's Wikipedia, all the albums and the songs, pulled out some stuff. You can tell me if it's real or fake.
Gotcha.
You can elaborate if you like.
Yeah.
I found a contradiction on Wikipedia, depending
Yes.
on which page you see. It said that the turntables and mixer that you had as a kid, you either bought yourself or they were given to you by your older brother, Alfred.
No, what had happened was this. When hip-hop came over the bridge from the Bronx, me and most people didn't see it as a business or an entertainment aspect. It was no different from going to see kung fu movies, watching Fred Flintstone, riding your bike, playing tag, and riding your skateboard.
Yeah.
So most of us, I was one of those kids that I didn't want to be Flash. I was pretending to be Flash. I wasn't going to do the DJ thing in the parks for real. So when hip hop came over the bridge, me and my brother, we had a problem. The problem was we didn't sell weed, so we had no money. But we had this big comic book collection. I had every Iron Man, every Marvel Comics was big to us because Stan Lee had the superheroes running around New York. So we had, my whole attic, it was about the size of this room, was filled. The whole floor was covered with every Spider-Man, Deathlock, everything Marvel. So me and my brother, we did a comic book sale so we could get a couple of $100 to get 2 turntables and a mixer. But what had happened was I'm the younger brother. So I realize now when I go over to my brother's house, he still got all the issues that he didn't put out for the sale, all the valuable ones. But when we brought the 2 turntables and the mixer, he's my older brother, here's the rule. Yo, when I'm not in the house, don't touch my turntables. And I'm sitting there, little kid, like, what the hell? We did this together, but that was the rule. So I would actually have to wait. He didn't want me touching the turntables unless he was around.
Yourself and Run started hanging out at 2/5 Park in Hollis, Queens in late 1980, hoping to rap for the local DJs. Eventually, you two rapped in front of Jam Master Jay at the park. And it said that's how you three became friends.
Run was the rapper. Run was the son of Curtis Blow. Run had a little reputation in New York City. He was Curtis Blow's disco son. When Run was like 11 and 12 years old, during the summertime, when Run wasn't in school, Russell was managing Curtis Blow.
Right.
So Run was 7, 8, 9, 10, seeing this thing grow up. He saw the business side of it because Russell was a party promoter and Russell was a manager. So Run got into the performance entertainment aspect of it and was always asking Russell, yo, I want to make a record like Curtis Blow, but Russell was like, he was too young. What Russell would allow Kurt to do was Kurt would bring Run on the road, and at 12 years old, Kurt would go, and my disco son, DJ Run. And Run would come out at 12 years old, DJ and Busta Rhymes was the cutest thing in the world. While Run was doing that, we went to the same elementary school, but we was never in the same class. We knew each other in passing, but we never hung out. It wasn't until 8th grade, one day he came over my house to play basketball. And when I was a little kid, I wasn't allowed to have company. You know, if no adults is home, you can't have company. Sure. One particular day, I let Run in my house to get a drink of water because we got out of school 2:10. My mother didn't get home till 4 o'clock. So since it wasn't 7 kids in my yard, come on in to get the water. He comes in, he sees me and my brother's turntables, on my brother's turntables then.
Yeah, of course.
And then he sees my comic books and this and that. So he was like, yo, my brother manages Curtis Blow, my brother's Russell Simmons, whatever. Do you do the DJ? I was already Grandmaster Get High. I was like, no. I said no, because I didn't want nobody to know. It was my little place secret. So then he was like, yo, let's start doing the DJ thing. So we would play ball for a shorter time and go in the basement. One particular day we was in the basement. I'll never forget the day. I was eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich and potato chips. So it's my turn on the Wheels of Steel. And Run finds my black and white notebooks where I was writing my rhymes. So he picks up my black and white notebooks and he starts going through it and he goes, Darryl. And I'm like, head full, mouth full of peanut butter and chips. He said, you wrote these rhymes? And I was like, yeah, you know, it's what I do, you know what I'm saying? And I remember he just looked at me, and it was like he was talking in a foreign language. I just remember the day was like a movie. He saw that I had rhymes. Now, you know, he's seeing Kurt and Jimmy Spicer and Houdini and DJ Hollywood because he's little, and his brother that's his brother's world.
Yeah.
So he sees that I got these rhymes, and I'll never forget the day. It was like a movie. He goes, when Russell lets me make a record, I'm putting you in my group. And I remember looking at him like, what the hell did he just say? It went in one ear and out the other.
It said that it was Russell's idea to name the group Run-D.M.C,
That's
but
true.
both yourself and Run didn't like it at first.
We hated it.
Yeah?
Because we come from an era of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Charlie Chase and Tony Tone and the Cold Crush 4, DJ Easy Lee and the Treacherous 3, a Double Trouble, and a Funky 4+1.
So you wanted a longer name like that.
Yeah, we wanted to be the Devastating Two, or the Dynamic Duo,
Yeah.
or you know, Gruesome Twosome or something like that. Now, it sounds so normal now, Run-D.M.C., but the day Russell says, I got it, you're gonna be Run-D.M.C., immediately you should see, we're crying, nobody's gonna learn, crying like babies. I don't want to do it. I mean, I want to be Run. Really, me and Run was crying. But see, it sounds so normal now.
Yeah.
But when he first said it, Run, we was like, that's the stupidest thing ever. Grandmaster Flash and Bam Body and everybody's going to hate us. It was the worst. But now it sounds like it's really. And think about that. After when we went and made our first record, he names us Run-D.M.C. We hated that. Then he goes, y'all got to go find a DJ. We didn't even have a DJ yet. So after we had the deal all in, and Russell goes, you're going to be Run-D.M.C. and who's going to be your DJ? Run was like, what do you mean a DJ? You're going to need a DJ. Oh, we didn't think about that part. But we hated Run-D.M.C.
The Raising Hell record. Run-D.M.C. toured in the wake of the album's success, but the Raising Hell tour was marred by violence, particularly fights between rival street gangs in places like Los Angeles.
That was one fight.
Just one.
It was in Long Beach on the Raising Hell tour. It was in Long Beach, California. And I remember getting into town that morning. We was coming in the side gates, you know, to go do sound check. And I just remember a young dude on a bike rolling up, and he looks at us, it's going down tonight, and he just rides off. So we thinking, it's going to be a dope. We had no idea what he was talking about, right? Like we thought he knew what was about to happen because the Raising Hell was touring. But what had happened was it was Beastie Boys open, Beastie Boys open, Houdini, LL Cool J, and then Run-D.M.C. were going. That's crazy lineup. Show was dope. Houdini's, the gang fight started like probably 2-3 minutes into Houdini's show. Because what it was, at that time, everybody in the world was loving Run-D.M.C.
Yeah.
The Crips love Run-D.M.C., the Bloods love Run-D.M.C., college kids love Run-D.M.C., the white people love Run-D.M.C., the black people love me, the Latinos love Run-D.M.C. Recently, I met a lady who was like 90 years old who said she loved my first record. So if I was 18, she had to be 35, 40, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
40 years old. So everybody loved Run-D.M.C. The problem was, we didn't think about the prospect of what's going to happen when the Bloods and Crips see each other.
When they all come together.
They ain't going to be thinking about the music right now because they're going to be thinking about the rivalry.
Yeah.
So it was one concert.
Just the one.
On the Run-D.M.C. show that turned into people was getting thrown off the balcony. It was crazy.
All right. I'll count that as fiction then, since it was just one.
Right. It wasn't a bunch, but it was one.
Yeah. It said, in '97, you began to develop some depression. You became unhappy with the rigorous routine of touring and performing and being away from your wife and newborn son.
Right.
And you were heavily relying on prescription drugs and alcohol to ease
No
that
prescription
pain.
drug. It was just alcohol.
That's a good one to get.
40 ounces a day.
Ooh, wow.
I was so alcoholic, I put a freezer in the back of my SUV so I didn't have to stop at the grocery stores to get out to get 40s.
Damn. But no prescription drugs. That's a good one. That's a good one to clarify.
Prescription drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I sniffed a lot of cocaine in the 80s, though.
Well, so did everybody.
Yeah, I know, we talking, everybody was sniffing cocaine. But
sure.
it was alcohol. I was drinking a case of 40 ounces a day.
Yeah.
Then going out at night and partying and drinking rum and coke and all of that stuff. Because I was depressed, but I didn't know I was depressed.
Right.
Until I went to rehab in 2004.
Yeah.
It was like from the first year Run-D.M.C. was good, first album was good, second album was good, Raising Hell, phenomenal. But then all of those things of people outside of me, the record label, everybody saying, you need to make a hit record, and you need to get on radio, or you need to make money, and this and that. So what I was doing was, I was putting being DMC first, not knowing Darryl, if Darryl ain't all right, this DMC thing's gonna fall apart. And it literally started to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? And what was happening was, there was a lot of times where, like when I speak to kids now, and grown-ups too, there's a lot of times what you hold in will destroy you. So I had opinions and thoughts and things that I should have been saying, but I don't want to be a troublemaker. I was holding it in, and it had to get out. I should have let it out, but what I was doing, I was using the alcohol to suppress that, not knowing, okay, I feel good when I'm drunk, but when the alcohol wears off, those thoughts are still there. That's why I got a book out now called 10 Ways Not to Commit Suicide, which chronicles everything. It chronicles everything that began me down that dark catechism of depression.
One moment that changed your life greatly was when you heard Sarah McLachlan's song Angel on the radio. It touched you so deeply that it inspired you to reassess your life and your career.
Well, yeah, the Sarah McLachlan record, I heard that, I think it was like 1997.
I think it was 97, yeah.
Yeah, and that record was big, and I was coming off the road. I mean, I was deep into my depression. That was around the time I was having suicidal thoughts. And I was like, if I'm here just to be I'm drunk too. If I'm here just to be DMC, there's got to be more to life, because I was like, I've accomplished what I was put here to do. So I got in a car at JFK Airport, and the driver, because I was a rapper, saw that it was DMC, and he was like, can I turn the radio on? And I was like, cool. So because I'm a rapper, he turns it to Hot 97.
Yeah.
That was the last thing I wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm depressed, I'm suicidal, I'm alcoholic, I'm losing my voice, I don't want to live no more. The last thing I want to hear is some motherfuckers running their mouth. I was like, turn it to any station except that one. He turns it to Light FM. And she had that record, Arms of the Angel.
Yeah.
And when I heard the piano and the voice, in the arms of an angel, fly away. And then she said, in the dark, cold hotel rooms, because I was touring and I was just unhappy. When I heard that record, even though I was at the bottom of, and it's the power of music, I was at the bottom of my despair. Something in me said, D, I know you may be suicidal, I know you may not be happy, but if something this beautiful exists, it's good to be alive. So for one whole year, all I did was listen to Sarah McLachlan records.
Every day?
That was the thing that kept me from jumping and shooting myself and ODing.
And now that's the ASPCA song.
Exactly.
That song depresses me when it comes on, but I'm glad it helps you.
Yeah. Everybody say it's such a depressing song, but not really.
It is beautiful,
because
though.
That vibe was where I was at. That was the only thing that let me know that I wasn't alone.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I got to thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I truly appreciate it. The new Slaves on Dope album, listen to DMC on Scriptwriter, and also Fragile Mortals. The project with Generation Kill, fired
Rob Dukes,
of Exodus.
Phenomenal. Check out the video. It's called Suicide. That's on YouTube right now. It deals with all the emotions that the Sarah McLachlan record pinpointed for me.
Exactly. You can listen to Suicide and Fired Up right now.
And hold up, there's one more that's fun. Hold up, and don't stop there. Slave on Dope and Rob Dukes. You can go to YouTube. We put out a lyric video. The song is called Flames, Flames, Punching Flames, DMC featuring Miles Kennedy, produced by John Moyer, bass from Disturbed. We did a record about all the police shootings going on.
Wow, we love Miles.
Check that out. Yeah, Miles is magnificent.
He absolutely is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, DMC. I appreciate it so much.
Let me just say something. You're doing a real good service by correcting Wikipedia.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they be saying I am and did, woo.
Exactly. Thank you again. I appreciate it, man.